we are starting our siding. So what we have to do before you even start putting a piece up is we've got to cut these little strips. And because this is lap siding, you have to start with a little strip so that everything tilts out just like it would as it's going up the wall. So for our overlap, we've got an 1.25 inch overlap. So we've ripped everything to 1.25 inch, got it on the bottom of the wall. Everywhere we're going to start today, I've made sure everything was level. So we are ready to start cutting some siding. I've got my flashing ready for every joint. Let's get started with our siding. It's gonna be a great day. I'm planning on getting this entire wall done today. Since I'm working by myself, I put a couple screws here at the very bottom of the board to help hold it up. That first one is a little hard to hold on by yourself. Now for the LP lap siding or smart siding, they require a 3/16 gap at every vertical intersection. So I've got a little 3/16 gap tool here. I just hold it up, make sure when I butt my next piece up that it's here. Now for this first row, I am using my pass load finish nailer. I've got some galvanized nails in it, and that's just to hold it in place so I can then get my Duo Fast siding nailer and actually put this thing in. When you don't have help putting siding up, use solo sider. These things have been a lifesaver. They hang off the top edge of the siding, and you could set the depth to whatever you need.
Whoa!
So that you get the right amount of lap. Pretty cool tool. All right, when doing siding, there's a few things you need to know, especially when you're doing lap siding. This is the LP SmartSide product. It's an awesome product. When you have butt joints, two pieces of siding coming together, it's not a butt crack, it's a butt joint. You wanna leave a 3/16 gap in between them. Everything down there has 3/16 gap. You also wanna make sure you put a piece of flashing in between so that all the water will hit the flashing and still roll down and out. And also, when you cut the siding, you want to prime the edges with either paint, caulk, something. And then above your doors and windows, you need to run flashing. So this is a coil aluminum flashing. I had some pre-bent from a previous job. And what I do here at the ends is I bend this piece here so that when water comes down, if it gets behind here or just comes in right here, this will all get caulked. But if it gets back there, it'll hit this and it won't continue on and down. It'll hit this and come out and down the face of the trim. Beyond that, set your lap depth and go to town. Start siding. Here is another must-do. You need a nice piece of metal flashing. I get a big roll of it, slice it with my knife, bend it, break it off. But you need to run this thing underneath every butt joint, so that if water penetrates between the two pieces of siding, it never hits the sheathing. It always hits the metal, runs down on the top of the board below it, causing water to shed off and away from the home instead of penetrating and hitting sheathing. couple items I purchased for doing this siding specifically, and I've never used these products, but my goodness, are they worth their money. First was this little tip here. It adjusts with a little keeper pin or a keeper screw and attaches to my Duo Fast siding nailer. It's called the Easy Gauge. This little pin here, it's got a little spring in it, but it will grip the top edge of your siding so that you get the exact same nailing pattern throughout the entire top edge when you're nailing off your lap siding. And then also, because it has the spring, when you come to the very top where the soffit is, or another tight spot where you can't get this pin in to hang off of your siding, it pushes in so that you can continue on nailing just as if it was never on there. We're gonna finish up the siding on that side of the house, but first, before we do that, I just wanted to show you all the things that were accomplished this week that I wasn't a part of, but I was here trying to help direct. Man, I tell you what, there's a reason why there's a foreman on a job. We got our rough electrical done. There's still a few things left to do. We got all the rough in done, rough in plumbing, rough in HVAC. We have a split unit, so we'll have a condenser outside and we have the heat pack inside. And that's just so that we don't have a huge penetration through our block wall or through our roof or anywhere else. Well, it's after lunch on a Friday, and I got the crew out here helping me finish up this side of the siding. Got my wife here. She's gonna do some caulking for me. And my daughter, she's gonna stand around looking pretty. I've got Elijah here. He's gonna help me finish putting that siding up there on the gable end. And this side will be done today. Come hell or high water, I ain't stopping until I'm done. Been a great week, getting all sorts of stuff done. Thanks for joining us. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed yourself, and subscribe to our channel if you want to continue watching and following along on our journey. Thanks.